This is Lane Ball, brand manager for Uncle Henry, and you're watching TK's Slice of Life. Couldn't tell you where that knife is. I think I left it in a truck that I sold, but I think I got a good amount of knives here that I can pick up a new EDC.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So today, this is the episode 6 of Slices of Life. Today, we've got on Lane Ball from Uncle Henry Knives, and we're going to have a nice interview with him, nice little chat. Just want to let everybody know that we have an open invitation for anyone to come on the show. Just email me at thriftyKaniffy@gmail.com. We'll see about having you on. Lane, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Thrifty?
Doing great. So it's been kind of a toss and turn to try to get you on here. We've had some scheduling issues. We finally got you on.
Yep.
So I'm real glad to have you. And just want to give everybody a little bit of background before we kind of get into the questions. Lane contacted me probably about November of last year, I want to say, right around the time I was at 1,000 subscribers, and reached out to me and wanted to do some things for a giveaway that was going to take place for the 1,000 subscription mark. And we've been in contact ever since, and he sent me quite a few knives for review, and it's just been a really good relationship between us, and really like the product that they're sending. The Uncle Henrys have been really great. I really like what they're doing with the company. They're going forward with the Staglon handles, making some really cool improvements to the knives. And so, yeah, just been really happy with the stuff that you're sending. Done a lot of fixed blades. And even though I'm not like a huge fixed blade guy, I've kind of gotten really into that. And that's been really interesting. And, of course, all the folders I've been more familiar
Classic.
with. Yeah, and just recently started having AOB send me some of the old timers with the help of Lane, so that's been really cool as well. But let's just get rolling here. What got you interested in working for a company producing knives?
Yeah, so it was right around COVID. I was doing some door-to-door sales. Didn't really, it was in a scenario where a lot of different things, nobody was really hiring. So I was able to find a customer service job here at AOB, and I knew that kind of was familiar to me just because AOB has a lot of different outdoor category brands. And, I've been hunting and fishing all my life, and it really aligned with something I want to do. And so right in September of 2020, I got a role in customer service, did that for about a year and a half, and then moved into marketing. And so then now from marketing, went into brand manager for Uncle Henry, and that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half. So AOB, we have about 20 different brands within the outdoor category, whether it's hunting, fishing, shooting sports, and then reloading. Yeah, so regarding knives, it has not been kind of like my entire life, as you would say. Hunting and fishing and kind of sports have been more of that. Knives was something I kind of went into with this marketing role. And I've learned a lot of knives for the past year and a half, when it comes to blade type, steel type, everything. It's just been, a sponge consuming information, through your channel and other content creators, kind of learning about different knives, and obviously within my own brand, Uncle Henry. And, in my opinion, I've had more, interest in the classics and the traditionals versus the moderns, but there are a few modern knives that, I've already also grown interest to as well. But obviously being a part of Uncle Henry, I gotta love these, traditional knives. They're true classics.
Yeah. So what are the modern ones? What type of modern knives have you kind of been attracted to?
I really being, like I said, a year and a half into the knife world, I really like the autos. It's just, they're really cool. The automatic knives, the fact that you can, just the pivot locks, those are kind of cool ones. and then like OTFs, those are really cool. But yeah, I really like the automatic knives. Just the fact that you can flip out a blade that quick, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
just really
Assisted
easy.
openings, those are cool too. I really like them all.
Yeah. All right. So can you kind of take us through your typical day to day on the job and maybe just kind of reveal to us some of the duties you perform?
Yeah, so being in this marketing role, you're making marketing calendars, marketing plans. You're assisting with product development. Kind of doing your due diligence and kind of seeing what knives make sense within the brand, and kind of doing stuff like that. And then going through YouTube and trying to find influencers and creators that align with the brand to where you're putting product in those people's hands and they're representing the brand well to where altogether you're building up a brand image. um, so mostly, like I said, marketing calendar, marketing plans, working with influencer creators, and product development. That's a good overall wrap of kind of what my day to day involves.
Yeah. So you're saying you're kind of looking around YouTube and things like that. Have there been times where suggestions they've made, like, or maybe even just some of the commentary that you're seeing in other people's videos, the interest in any particular knife pattern or anything that has kind of influenced you to take a closer look at that and maybe even consider making that a part of y'all's knife family, or no?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, another thing that we do daily is we go look at product reviews. We want to know what our products are, how they're being received on the market, whether that's on Smoky Mountain, Blade HQ, stuff like that. We're looking at those reviews. I don't know if people realize that. And then, a lot of people think the reviews are just for the potential buyers. Manufacturers, we're looking at those too. We're trying to see where we can improve or what people are liking so we can capitalize on that. And that goes from product reviews as on like selling pages and then also YouTube. So
Right.
the feedback's awesome. Like I enjoy being able to soak that up and listen to what people are saying and then reading the comments, see what they like, and then being able to come to a decision you know from the day to day based off those kind of feedback.
Right. So I would say to my viewers, the comments do matter. Make sure you do comment on those knives because Lane is listening, right?
You're gonna
So
see the next comment just
yeah,
absolutely just roasted and come after me.
get your input in there because that
Yeah,
it does make a difference. And even if it is like you say on Amazon or on Smoky Mountain Knifers, whatever, those reviews do matter. All right, Lane. So in part today, you're here to announce the creation of your YouTube channel. Um, I guess it's already in place, but you don't really have a whole lot of content on it right now. But tell us how we can find it, and also tell us about the content you intend to create on the channel.
yeah, absolutely. So our new YouTube channel will be at Uncle Henry since 1969. And with that channel, we're looking to, push out content that's related to the product, whether that's product call outs, product run throughs, kind of just running through the features of each knife because, that's when you're looking to buy a knife, you look up the model name and then you probably put the word review afterwards and you're trying to see, okay, is this something that's going to be meeting my needs? And so kind of making videos that, will speak to the customer to where they're kind of trying to figure out, okay, is this really going to fit my needs? So a lot of product call out videos per, item number with that. And then also some lifestyle content because, we have some fixed blades that we can use on, whether it's a deer hunt or something like that, or a duck hunt, breasting out birds. Um, just different content to where, we're interacting more with our listeners. And also, like I said earlier, getting those comments, getting that feedback, like I said, we look at those. So, trying to communicate with our customers more. And I've seen a lot of success with your page and many others, where you're just doing these product reviews and then everybody's interacting. So to where I can reach out to the traditional knife, classic knife community and kind of, communicate through video and trying
Yeah,
to.
I was going to follow up with that. I was going to say, um, when you do the content, I was curious whether you would be doing some like field test stuff or not testing, but like in field use, where that's something that you're never going to see on my channel because it's basically just top down view reviews and things like that. And I think that's one thing where I miss out. I don't do a lot of the outdoor in use type content where you're actually seeing the knives being used, hard use. So I was just curious if that was going to be something that you would probably try to kind of take that baton and run with it. And
Absolutely. Field testing is crucial. With all of our brands, we want to know, obviously, does this product work? That's the number one thing. You want to make sure that what the marketing, you know, is it aligned with what the product is producing? And so that with knives, we're definitely testing those out, in the field, on the workbench, any scenario that the knife may encounter, we're testing that. And so some of those videos, yeah, there'll be field tests to where,
yes,
you're kind of seeing that knife on the hunt, on the job, to where you're kind of like basically where the customer can come and see, okay, yeah, that knife is definitely meeting what I'm looking for in this particular function, blade, steel type, handle, you name it.
all right, great. That's kind of what I would hope to see on the channel. So I'm kind of glad that you're affirming that that is going to be something that's going to happen there. So that's really cool. I think my viewers will really appreciate that type of content. Like I said, it's something that I don't do, so um, they can take my opinion and then further that with the viewing of you guys out in the field actually using the knives and things. So that's
For
pretty
sure.
cool. Yeah. So one of the things also you wanted to do today, and I want to make an announcement on, is that we're going to be doing a giveaway
Yep.
in conjunction with the announcement of your YouTube channel. So we're going to be giving away some knives to my viewers, and that's something you wanted to do for my viewers.
Yep.
So let me just explain the process for what they need to do to enter. What you're going to want to do is go over to the Uncle Henry YouTube channel, and where is that exactly, Lane?
Uh, the you mean
Yeah, what is the actual
at, at
address?
Uncle Henry since 1969.
At Uncle Henry since 1969. So go over
Yep.
there and subscribe, and then come back here, and I want you to comment in this video. Make the comment just as I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys, so you don't have any way of misspelling it. But I want you to say, I subbed to Uncle Henry. So first go subscribe to his channel, then come back here and comment below, I subbed to Uncle Henry in this video, and that'll enter you in the contest to win one of 5 knives that Lane's going to present to us. So what are those knives? Can you show those knives, Lane?
Yep. So we have the LB7 here, which was one of your first reviews that kind of brought me to your page. You did the comparison here. So LB7. Then we have the LB3, which is the little smaller version of that,
Brown Bear.
brown bear. Then we have the 11UH,
Canoe.
which is also known as the canoe.
Yeah.
And then we got the 5UH, which is just a simple folder, one of my everyday carries. And then we have the 285UH, which is a little trapper here.
Okay.
So yeah,
Awesome.
5 knives for the giveaway.
Okay.
So 5 lucky winners.
Yeah, and the way that's going to work is I'm going to have you guys enter here, right? Like I just said before, you want to subscribe to Uncle Henry, and that again is at Uncle Henry since 1969. And then come back here and comment, I subbed to Uncle Henry. And also, when I do the drawing for that video, that'll be a separate video that, it'll take place within a few days. That way, everybody has the opportunity to get entered here. And then we'll do the drawing, and then I'll just do 5 comment picks and just designate 1 knife for each of those picks. So it should be a pretty simple, straightforward process. And then I'll provide that information to Lane, and then he'll ship your knives out, and should be pretty straightforward.
For sure.
All right, Lane. So, what was your first knife?
So I had to do some digging for this. I knew it was a Kershaw, but I had to go look at the blade style to figure out what it was. But it was a Kershaw Clash. Now, I think I got that when I was 10 years old, maybe 11. And so I was using that on everything that it probably shouldn't have been used on. I was just using and abusing it. But yeah, that was my first knife.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with the Kershaw brand. I have to admit, I don't even think I own a Kershaw, as a matter of fact. Um, I've looked at a Kershaw leak, but I just never pulled the trigger on one. So that's interesting that the Clash was the first one. So
Yeah,
that's
it's got
pretty
like a
cool.
little serrated blade or serration on the lower part of the blade, and then it was a good multifunction blade. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm assuming my viewers are probably more familiar with that knife than I am. So
Couldn't tell you where that knife is. I think I left it in a truck that I sold, but I think I got a good amount of knives here that I can pick up a new EDC.
right. Well, speaking of the knives you got there, what is your favorite Uncle Henry knife?
Ooh, I would have to say probably this 5UH here. It's just a simple folder. I'm a simple guy. Does what I need it to. Opens up easy. Cuts. Put away easy. It's just simple. I
Nice
like
little
that one. I
compact.
like
Yeah.
so that's my favorite folder, and then my favorite fixed blade, of course, is the 153 UH, the Golden Spike, which is one of our fan favorites.
Mhm.
So I like that one for on the hunt, and then this is my good EDC.
Right. Yeah, and I carry one of those similar to that. Like I think a lot of my viewers know that I carry a 50TH, which is in the Heritage series from Old Timer. So it's
Yep.
essentially the same pattern. It's just one's the Old Timer and one's the Uncle Henry.
Yep.
Of course, the Heritage series has the D2 blades, so I got you beat a little bit on the blade still on that one.
Yep. You'll have that.
But why don't you tell us what are some of the best reasons for buying Uncle Henry?
So for for us, it's more of having a value with a good price point. What are people looking for in a knife, and is that knife meeting those needs? Most people are one, looking for function, and two, is it at a good price point? So function being a part of that value, does it meet that, and then also being at a good price point. So we feel like all of our knives are in a really really good price point that relates to our customer, and then we also, with that price point, present a good value to where they feel like it's a good investment when it comes to an Uncle Henry knife. And that's what we pride ourselves on. We want to make sure that those two things are met and that the purchase experience is everything they wanted.
Are you guys satisfied with the number of different products that you have in the Uncle Henry brand, or are you looking to maybe do more like what Old Timer is? I know they have quite a number of knives that maybe you are looking to expand further. I don't know. Is not a topic of discussion or?
Right now, we really like our assortment when it comes to fixed blades and folders.
Mhm.
Obviously, like I said, I'm looking at all those reviews and kind of what everybody's feedback. So that's definitely kept in mind when looking into stuff. But we're always looking on ways to improve, and whether that's fixed blades or folders, that's kind of what we look into and kind of you know
Looking for
when you
newer
yeah
design, right?
yeah.
So you're a big YouTube viewer. You spend a lot of time on YouTube.
When I'm looking for knife content. Other than that, I am outdoors, or like I said, we just had a new baby boy, so hanging out with him.
Hmm.
But YouTube,
Okay, so when you're on the job and you're looking at YouTube,
yeah,
what are some of your favorite knife channels?
yeah, for sure. So obviously, Thrifty Kaniffy, that's a favorite. We got RJ's knives. So yeah. Oh, and Big Red, he's one of the like watching his stuff. Wingman 115, he did a lot of the OG Uncle Henry videos 6 or 7 years ago, and then Survival on Purpose. I like watching his stuff. We've been with all our cutlery brands, we've been working with him on stuff, and he's been putting out good content for years now. So yeah, those are probably my top five.
Yeah, I do. I am familiar with Survival on Purpose. He has been doing them for a long time. A lot of a lot of old timer knives for sure, and Uncle Henry, I think too.
He
So
did a lot of Uncle Henry stuff in the past, and he did some trade stuff too. And so when Trade were coming out with new knives, we sent him some of those, and he was absolutely ecstatic. He was giddy about it.
Right.
Getting new Trade stuff. He was checking that out, and it was awesome.
Right. Yeah. So that's great that you are familiar with a number of channels that my viewers are pretty tight with. I know for sure with RJ and Big Red. I know for sure a lot of my viewers watch those
Yeah.
channels on their lives, and I see the same names come up, so
Yep.
I know they're watching all the same
For
content.
sure.
So that's really cool, and so that just gives you guys more reason to comment to these videos, because you can see Lane is watching this stuff. So if you want to try to influence him and get him to listen to you about what it is that you like or dislike,
There's going to be a suggestion for ninja swords or something.
Yeah, keep it reasonable, all right, people. But yeah, but if you're looking for, let's say, I don't know, gunboat canoe or something, then that'd be kind of neat. I've been waiting for somebody to make a gunboat canoe, and if Lane doesn't know what that is, we'll talk more about it after the program. But that's a really popular pattern that I think a lot of people have been waiting to see someone make, and very few people do. So it's just a larger canoe, and
Yeah.
so just suggestions like that I think are really neat. That you guys have open ears to, open minds to trying new things.
For
And
sure.
I know, like the canoe, that was a fairly new introduction, right? So
Yep.
that wasn't something that the Schrade of old had made. So
Yep.
that was one you guys introduced
Mm-hmm.
under the Battenfield brand, I guess.
That was back in 19, so that would have been AOB.
Yeah, okay, AOB who did that. So there you have it. All right, so we're gonna do a quick fire round with you, Lane, and
Oh boy.
here's the rules of the game. Basically, you have to answer one or the other, and you cannot say yes. That's to imply that you mean both. So I'll just throw out a quick question and then or option, and then you give me your response.
Sounds good.
All right. So fixed blade or folder?
Fixed blade.
All right. Skydiving or scuba diving?
I'm terrified of the underneath the ocean. Like, I still believe there's species that haven't been discovered. I'm gonna pick skydiving.
100%.
At least you can see what you're about to, jump out of, and you can see the ground. But like ocean, you're just keep going further. You don't know what you're gonna see. So definitely skydiving.
So Lane has a fear of giant squid, is what he's trying to tell me right here.
I just believe that there is stuff in the ocean that has not been discovered.
All right. What do you prefer, camping or hunting?
Hunting, for sure.
Hunting, okay. Ford or Chevy?
Oof. Man, I feel like I might lose some customers on this one. I'll probably say Chevy.
Right. Okay. All right. So going off grid, not a brand that you're necessarily entrenched with, but buck knives or case knives?
Uncle Henry.
No.
I'll go buck.
Buck? Okay. I think a lot of people will go back. All right, and this is the easiest one for you. Old timer or Uncle Henry?
Uncle Henry, of course.
All right. Thank you, Lane. Appreciate you coming on tonight. Still have a lot more questions to ask, so maybe we can have a part 2 at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
We can kind of see how this goes with the comments, and maybe they have a lot of questions, and we can follow up with those.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is a great way to speak to customers and speak to your audience and kind of interact with them. I feel like there's a lot of times where brands are kind of in the shadows, and they kind of like customers want to be interacted with. They want that personable feeling. That's what makes people feel better when they're making investments and purchases. So
Sure.
Any way I can relate to the customers, I want to do that.
Well, I think this is a great step in that direction, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you on your Uncle Henry videos over on your channel there, and you're gonna be one of the main stars of the program, right? I mean, you're gonna be in front of the camera a lot over there, right?
Essentially, yes. But if there are times where I can get off of it, then I'll probably choose that.
Okay. maybe have somebody else do it, but
Yeah, let someone else
at
be the
least in the
face.
beginning, you'll be a large part of that
Yeah, for
project.
sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I appreciate you coming on, Lane. Been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think we really probably ought to do a part two because there's probably a lot of questions that we didn't get to today. But
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see what comments we get, and then kind of like creating a next or part two off of those. What questions do they
mhm.
have for me to where I can work with them and kind of answer those questions. I know I'm probably opening up a large can of worms and saying that, but we'll pick a
Well,
few questions.
you can't respond to everything. I mean, there's certain things you can't talk about, and we understand that.
Yep.
But whatever response you get, you're welcome to come and comment in this video. Hopefully, you'll do that and be a part of that. Also, I want to make sure that everybody caught that we are doing a giveaway. Again, the way to enter that is to go over to subscribe to the Uncle Henry channel and then comment down here in this video below. I sub to Uncle Henry, and I'll put it on the screen so that you can spell it exactly as I intend. That way, when I do the little contest picker, it will come up exactly as I have spelled it. But that's going to pretty much do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this Slice of Life episode. Make sure that you comment below if you have any questions for Lane or for me. And also, want to again make sure that everyone is aware that this is a open invitation. You guys can come on at any point. All you need to do is email me at thriftyKaniffy@gmail.com. We will speak, and you'll have the opportunity to come on if you want to talk knives. So thanks again to Lane. I really appreciate all that Uncle Henry has done for the channel and the support they've given us. And I just want to wish him the best of luck with his channel. And anything you want to talk, final thoughts there, Lane?
I just appreciate you having me on, and I really appreciate you, Thrifty.
Well, I appreciate you, Lane. And that's going to do it, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya. There's going to be a suggestion for ninja swords or something.
Lane has a fear of giant squid.
I just believe that there is stuff in the ocean that has not been discovered.